Okay, everybody, it is me, Gregory Mannarino. It is Thursday, October 20th, 2022. All right, let's sit back and relax and enjoy the shit show. Let's start off with this. There's a big deal right now. The UK Prime Minister resigned. We'll see how this is going to affect the markets here. In my view, I really don't freaking care. I'm being God's honest with you. I'm still focused on this issue with the debt market here. I'm focused on what's happening with the U.S. dollar, the economy here in free fall. Let's talk about some of that right now. So just over the past several days, we have got yet round after round after freaking round of bad economic news. So this morning, we got this initial jobless claims came in at 214,000 for the prior week. This is supposed to be some fantastic number. Okay, how about it? I don't buy it. That's number one. Number two, let's weigh that against what else happened this week. We found out that real wages, again, what people are earning based against surging inflation, is in free fall. It's fastest fall ever in history. Not just that, manufacturing falling off of a cliff. This morning we find out factory activity is weaker than expected here. What else did we find out this week? Home affordability is at an all-time record low. Mortgage applications at a multi-decade low. I mean, we could go on and on here. Debts and deficits exploding out of control. Let me put this into a little better perspective for you. Where the stock market is sitting here, it has no business being there. Based upon economic activity, based upon everything you want to freaking look at here. Now, you got the mainstream propaganda telling you to, again, focus on the Dow Jones Industrial Average, PE ratios, forward guidance, earnings per share. It's all bullshit. None of it matters at all. Not even the economic news matters. I mean, zero. All that matters to the market right now, since the takeover, and I mean in a literal sense, of central banks, of the global equity market system by faking, artificially suppressing rates from here to kingdom come, they're still way, way suppressed, despite the fact that we're seeing this issue of bond yields selling off, and yields rising around the world. Okay, this whole thing, none of it makes sense anymore. Okay, it hasn't for a very, very long time. But when you understand what's going on here, you have at its core central banks who have gone wild, and they should make some kind of a movie. Central banks have gone wild here. Vastly inflating global debt, vastly inflating the money supply. Meanwhile, selling lie after lie after lie to the people of the world that our economy isn't so bad, okay? And that's the reason why they're raising rates so aggressively right now, because our economy is strong and they got to do something about that to eventually control inflation, and that's why they're trying to kill demand. And look, we're talking about demand. It's not just demand for products. It's demand for jobs. They're trying to kill jobs. What did Fed Evans say? Fed President Evans say like last week, or maybe it was even this week, the Fed doesn't even care if they have to kill jobs. Okay, well, they would care if it was them or their family members, or, it's an incredible situation that we're in here. The lies, the deceptions, the distractions, the propaganda, it drives me out of my freaking mind here. So anyway, regardless of UK prime ministers resigning, regardless of anything else here, earnings and bullshit and this, that, and the other thing, it's all about the debt market right now. That's all I care about. Clearly, there is instability here in the debt market, and it's getting much, much worse very rapidly. All right, as I have told all of you over the past bunch of weeks, unless central banks take action, immediately, this is it. I mean, this is the moment that you and I knew would come from a long time ago. And no one's talking about the real threat here. The real threat of an implosion here in the debt market here, how it would cause a massive resource issue, a shutting down of the financial system, a locking up of the financial system, and it's it's just crazy. It's all the distractions. Oh, it's climate change. Oh, it's whatever else they want to throw at you. No, this is the clear and present danger, and you all know that. So anyway, on the back of the again economic news that we got today, and we're supposed to be really happy about this initial jobless claims number. Look, I don't buy any of the data. I listen to my own intellect. I take in all this data, as you all do, and try to come up with what's really happening here, aside from the propaganda that they're trying to throw at us through the tell-lie vision, and the programming. It's unbelievable. It really is. I mean, the truth is always right in our face, and the way they word things really says a lot. Anyway, so the last time I looked at it, stock futures were slightly in the red after being positive. All right, in the red here. You got the 10-year yield sitting at 4.14. The only saving grace there is, at least pre-market, is the dollar. The relative strength of the dollar was weaker this morning, 0.43% last time I looked at it. You got gold and silver here catching a bid. You got, cryptocurrencies have been stuck in a range for a very long time. Right now, about 19,100 on Bitcoin. Crude oil catching a bid. Look, there's a lot of games being played right now with regard to energy, and President Imbecile, we're going to release another X amount of barrels of crude from the strategic reserves to bring down the price of crude. And this is just a Band-Aid again. He's trying to, lull people into some sense of things are going to get normal, but they're not in any way, shape, or form here. Look, you know this better than anybody. There is no way things are going to be improving anytime soon, especially when you have central banks collectively working to destroy the economy on a global level. I mean, think about what I'm saying here. Central banks collectively colluding here, working together, but they don't coordinate. They don't do that. You know how we know that central banks don't coordinate their action? Because Fed Chair Powell, freaking yellow stain himself, either the last FOMC meeting or the one before that, I don't remember, said, central bankers, we talk to each other. We talk all the time. But we don't coordinate. Bullshit. So they're doing the same things at the same time, but they don't coordinate what they're doing? I mean, come on. Do you buy that? I don't buy that. It's all bullshit. This is a coordinated effort to bring the economy to its knees and allow central banks to fulfill their end game, to become the lenders and buyers of last resort. You know all this already. To solidify their position here as the one world government. They run the economy already. You know that. They run the financial system already. So they're already controlling body of the world. Everything else doesn't matter. It's all shit show. It's all theater. You all know that. So look, you and I, as I have been telling you a lot, especially over the last couple of days, be ready for a worst case scenario to unfold here. If in fact we continue to see this issue of instability in the debt market, which is literally on a hair trigger, if we see this get out of control, we know it's over. It's over. I'm not just talking about the stinking dog shit stock markets here. Everyone's so worried about their wealth. Yeah, of course you have to be hedged. You should be betting against the debt, becoming your own central bank. Absolutely. Because the debt market sell-off is going to melt down global equity markets. I mean, period, the end. Cash is going to move into commodities in the biggest way people can possibly imagine, because these are real things. You understand? So, you understand what you need to do. The most suppressed asset on the planet is what? What does Greg Mannarino believe is the most undervalued asset on the planet? Here's a hint for you, okay? Physical silver. All right, gold, I love gold. A little platinum and palladium too. And it's all well and good, contemplating, at least trying to stay ahead of the curve where cash is going to eventually move. Remember, it doesn't grow money wings and fly away. It doesn't fly to money heaven. It just moves. That's all cash does, is move through the markets in relatively predictable patterns. You understand? So risk on turns risk off. Cash moves into commodities. Boom. But it goes way beyond that. And I am trying my hardest to raise more awareness here. That is, people be ready for locking up of the financial system. Credit freeze, no inter-business lending, no cash available. So you got to have some cash on hand. You have to have non-perishables around too. Anyway, look, you all know that's what's going on here, people. Ignore the bullshit that they throw in your face, okay? All well and good, UK Prime Minister resigning and whoever else, whatever they're going to put in there. Look, this world is not run by presidents, prime ministers, kings, queens, monarchs, or dictators. It's run by the freaking central banks. They're pulling the strings, period. They run the entire world economy and financial system. Does that tell you enough? Do you know enough by that? And they're driving this into the ground like a freaking pile driver, okay? Oh yeah, but they want you to pay attention to these jobs numbers. Oh, they're great. They're fantastic. I was writing this down this morning. I mean, real wages, I just explained to you, cratering at their fastest pace ever. Manufacturing, factory activity, home affordability. I mean, go on and on and on. It's just done. But they want you to believe our economy is strong. We're doing so fantastically great. Watch what they're going to do, people. There's going to be something else. Some other false flag, a crisis, again, that you must get behind because it's your patriotic duty to fund to the tune of multiple billions and trillions of dollars. Just be ready for it. Be ready for anything. How's that? Be ready for anything. All right? You always have to have the high ground. All right, look, that's pretty much it. I summed up this for you. Let me know what you think. Please comment here. We will meet up right in this lovely place at the end of this lovely day, and I'm sure it's going to be. And, well, it's always lovely when we're together, isn't it? And I really mean that. I enjoy doing this for all of you. It's a way for me to kind of, I guess, spew this stuff out of my brain, because if I don't get it out, I really will end up in a padded room. All right, that's all. Love you a lot. Comment, share the video. See you at the end of the day.